Welcome to a new daily top Askreddit video. Today's topic. People with OnlyFans, have you ever been randomly recognized in public? If so, what happened? There's a girl I work with that intentionally gives out her info where she works at. She did it at her prior job as well. I think it's either to control the situation or for the added revenue stream. But it spread like wildfire in a place that employs 1,200 people, and I'm shocked she still works here. I have a former co-worker who jokes about starting one and having me give it out at where I still work / she used to work. I'm not sure she's joking, though. I almost asked her if she wanted me to spread her around online to maybe get more revenue. But then I just had a realization that she could do that if she wanted and stopped caring about it. Recently in my day job I had a new client who I was having Zoom meetings with, and she was adamant she knew my voice. She keeps bringing it up every week, asking if I have done radio, podcasts, VO work. She keeps joking she will get to the bottom of the mystery somehow. I started making erotic audio for women and built up a pretty solid following during subsequent lockdowns last year. After she brought this up I checked my Patreon subs and she subscribed to me 9 months ago with her work email. I honestly am just waiting for the penny to drop. Edit #1, holy crap, this blew the fuck up. Thanks to all of you have subscribed on Patreon, we'll say hi to you all soon. For everyone messaging about how I got into this, I will write a little update here later on with some links and general advice. I don't want to spam the comments, but if you want to hear me, just check out the links in my profile. Pornhub is a great place to start for free. Username. Checks out. Who does that shit with a work email? No answers yet, so I'll chime in. Other way around, I recognized a girl at a party / rave that I'd seen in professional but alt / amateur style porn, just nude photos, not actual sex acts. She could tell I recognized her, I'm sure. I just said, I love your work. We became friends. Friends, or friends? Only friends. Friends for only $2 per minute. They would need $4. Not of me, but I saw an ex on a random porn site once. I asked if she knew or not, since she was an early childhood teacher and it could have cost her her career, and she made out it wasn't her. It had her full face and her tattoos with some of her stuff in the background though, so I think she knew the video I was talking about and got embarrassed or something. We slowly stopped talking after that. I remember going through my history about a few weeks later and the video was taken down. Mad respect for not clearing your history. I never clear my history. I dare people to look, dare I say. Clearing your history. Y'all don't use incognito tabs. I've never actually been recognized, but I've had guys I'm talking to on the platforms I work on think that I'm someone they know, and I have to convince them that no, I'm not that girl from Arkansas that you know on Facebook. This has nothing to do with your post, but it's weird I read it as Arkansas when it should be pronounced Arkansas. As an Aussie, thanks to this thread I learned USA has a state called Arkansas. I had heard of it on the news and had to Google it because Arkansas is not on the world map. It's a town in Wisconsin with 177 people. I was confused why such a small town kept getting mentioned on TV shows / news etc. I like to pronounce it Arkansas for fun. My wife knew a co-worker who was fired for filming herself fingering herself on a vacant hospital bed for her account. Someone saw her work badge and reported her. When everyone found out, over half of the staff knew who she was and some of them signed up to her. I'm a nurse and honest to God I don't know how that woman had time to do that. But if she was dumb enough to leave her work badge on, that raises a lot of questions. Unemployment insurance baby. Not exactly, but I did recently have a subscriber asking me to sext, which was then followed by him disclosing that he actually knows me and was a bit embarrassed. I told him he had nothing to worry about and in general I'm a very sex-positive person. He then revealed who he was and was pleasantly surprised it wasn't an ex or something, just an acquaintance who I had met a couple times and overall is rad guy. I have a couple friends from real life on my page, but same deal, as long as they are respectful I'm happy to have their support. Okay, I'm an out of the loop 30-year-old mom. Can you explain to me what the of page looks like? Is it basically like an IG with friends / followers only nude pics and videos? Like that, but with paid subscription tiers and pay-per-view content? Not sure, but I saw a crush I had in high school on Pornhub a while ago. Surprised the hell out of me, and I haven't talked to her since she graduated, before I saw removed. If it was on Pornhub, it's probably gone after the massive purge from December 2020. My blood runs cold. My memories have just been sold. I have been recognized one time by a guy at my favorite coffee shop. He was actually very nice and not creepy, which was awesome. I did send him a picture of my tits with a mug in front as a joke later. How do you bring that up without being creepy? I enjoy your work maybe. I honestly wonder that too, but that's the closest thing to a non-creepy comment I can think of. Proper adult humor. Supposing it's like seeing someone you know at an adult shop. You both know why you're there, yet you can't tell anyone you saw the other there without explaining why you were there. Because everyone gets horny sometimes. I was behind the counter at an adult shop when a relative walked in. He eventually had the courage to ask, "So, you work here now?" "No," I told him, "I'm the owner." Never saw him again in, or out, of the adult store. He could have done the Grandpa Abe routine at the burlesque place, https://www.youtube.com. Oddly enough, I feel more comfortable going to adult shops than say Spencer's at the mall. When you're at an adult store, everyone is there for the same reason, so no judgment there, but at a place like Spencer's, you could be there for a t-shirt, lava lamp, or a sex toy. I feel so much more judged at Spencer's cause there's so many different reasons to be there. Most of the other reasons to shop at Spencer's are worse reasons to be judged. I mean, if you're there to buy a UV-sensitive marijuana leaf poster, you've got a lot more reason to feel shameful. Spencer's is where you go to buy velvet paintings and one of those little battery-powered dogs that loudly tries to walk for a few seconds then stops and electronically barks at the universe for giving it such an ineffective method of locomotion. Damn it, folks, buy your sex toys from China or at estate sales like the rest of us. Random story. My wife and I were at a sex shop in Manila. Some guy was trying to order Viagra at the counter. But he was embarrassed, so he was whispering it to the girl working the register. He repeated his whisper a few times before my wife decided to help and loudly repeats it for him. Viagra. Poor guy was so embarrassed. They didn't sell Viagra. It's sad how people get embarrassed over perfectly human issues. Just a guy, but I heard it's hard for women to get started on of now because of the crowd, so some will put their link on their Instagram or Facebook. Became oversaturated really quickly. Turns out being naked doesn't make you special. Not sure how many times we need to see the same pattern play out over and over before people understand it. Early adopters start making lots of money because there's lots of demand and not much supply. This causes a bunch of people to jump in as supply trying to get some of that money, creating lots of supply, and now only a handful of people are making a lot of money, everyone else is only making passable money. The gig economy has that pattern play out over and over again. Once it started to get popular, Uber/Lyft drivers were making good money, then it turns out that, anyone who can drive can be a driver, and then wages came down heavily. Same with Amazon delivery, Instacart, etc. I expect the same pattern to play out with marijuana growers. The green rush is a hype bubble. US federal legalization will pop it, not cause it to pay out. Once it's allowed to ship across state lines, it'll be a few major growers growing it wherever is cheapest and shipping it across the country, racing to the bottom on pricing like any crop. Current prices are not indicative of where it will land, since the early adopters are benefiting from smaller closed markets, and long pent-up demand. Doest help they changed how easy it is to get subs too. You have to charge the default floor now, which is ridiculously hard for new people to get footing BC of it. Yes, I was recognized at a modeling event I worked. The guy was also a model. I had the misfortune of working next to him the entire time, where he begged me to pay me to watch him masturbate in real life. It was weird. I'm gonna need that guy's number. For research reasons. Totally not trying to start a side hustle, just watching guys whack it. Rip your inbox, I guess. Recognized a guy who works at my doctor's office from his cosplay account, where he also happens to post risque lingerie photos from time to time, which I did not consider when I asked him about it. Rip. Hi, I'll have a private session and can you please book me an appointment for Thursday? I had a guy recognize me, thankfully he was pretty chill. He low-key followed me for a bit, then split ways, then sent me a message on of saying he saw me. And that was it. Half of my family know what I do, found out, but almost none of my friends. I imagine it would be awkward if someone actually came up to me and started talking about my line of work lol. Do you think it's possible you have friends who know but don't bring it up because it would be awkward? I try not to think about it haha. Pretty sure that's why some close friends I considered family don't talk to me. I come from a very conservative fundamentalist Christian background.